So that is singer David performing Where Did It Go Wrong from his debut album, Withered. Now, the 20-year-old singer went from recording songs in his sister's closet to grabbing millions of followers on social media. But now he's finding himself at the center of far more serious circumstances after the body of a missing 15-year-old girl was found in the trunk of his Tesla. As the investigation continues, his remaining tour dates in the U.S. and Europe have been removed from ticketing websites. Now, earlier this month, the decomposing body of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was located inside of a Tesla registered to the singer in Los Angeles. It was discovered after somebody noticed a foul stench coming from that impounded vehicle. Now, police have not said that Davis is in any way connected to Rivas's death at this point in time. But that certainly hasn't stopped the mass speculation going on internet chat rooms. So, have social media sleuths unfairly convicted David? Let's talk about it. Let's bring back in our legal egos, Mario Gallucci and Matt Timpanik, and welcome in entertainment commentator Holland Reed. All right, so Holland, let me start with you here. The social media world is buzzing about this case with this performer who started on TikTok. For anybody who's unfamiliar with him, like I admittedly was, it was TikTok where he really started gaining a following. And then from there, I had one big hit that we know of that went mainstream and got radio play. So a lot of young people very familiar and doing a lot of speculating. Holland, is it too much? Has it been a conviction already in the court of public opinion, do you think?
I don't know if it's too much or a conviction, but the timeline is just not adding up. And there is a lot of, I would say, my armchair detectives out there, like, as am I, that are just, something's not adding up here. It's just a bizarre and really, really disturbing case. One of his songs, ironically, that was a big hit is called Romantic Homicide. And so that's got people in a buzz. We've got the timeline of, yes, she did go missing in April of 2024. Her remains not being found until almost a year and a half later, him reporting the car, and then I think more so, if we knew the timeline or how long the body had been decomposing, it will start to put those pieces of the puzzle together for a lot of people. But it just doesn't seem to make sense. We know that allegedly the mother of Celeste said that she had a boyfriend named David. We know that they said that they had matching tattoos, shush, on their index finger. He posted about a girl named Celeste. There's a lot of things going on there, that there's a connection between the both of them. Whether or not that involves a homicide or a dismembered body in the back of his Tesla that he had something to do with, that remains to be seen. Right, Holland. Great points there about how, you know, there are facts that have a lot of people saying, well, wait a second, is this not a random coincidence or something caused by someone else, perhaps because of these connections that you just pointed out. Mario, what do you think, you know, doing criminal defense work, you know, primarily, you know, for many years in federal and state court, does this concern you that the sleuths take over a lot of cases before there are even charges?
So Matthew hit on this in your last segment. Social media has really taken over these cases. I mean, they get out on TikTok, they go on Facebook, they go on Instagram, and they post things that maybe are not true, or they are true, or they're lies. And you got to be really careful and sensitive to it, especially during jury selection. I mean, you really have to attack the social media aspects. I've had it in many of my high-profile cases where the social media just gets out of control, and people come up with convictions before there's even any evidence. There's no evidence that this young man has done anything wrong, nothing wrong. He's, from what I understand, he's fully cooperating with the police. I haven't seen that anyway on social media. There was a search warrant executed at his house. I haven't seen anything about that on social media, that they recovered anything or they didn't recover anything. So you really have to be attuned to what's going on in social media as a criminal defense attorney, more so now than ever before.
Yeah, most definitely, Mario. This young lady, 15 years old, was 14 at the time she disappeared. We know she was 5'1", had wavy black hair. She had that tattoo on her right index finger that Holland mentioned, the tattoo that you could see when she would hold the finger up. It was on, like, the inside of it. And apparently, David has the same tattoo on the same finger. Could be coincidence. The medical examiner did speak to Court TV. Here's a look at part of that interview. Here we go. Oh, I thought I was playing a clip. I apologize. We've got a quote issued to Court TV. So it says the decedent was found severely decomposed inside of a vehicle on September the 8th. She appears to have been deceased inside of the vehicle for an extended period of time before being found. And that would be consistent with her being reported missing over a year ago. This child has been missing for a long time. So she's still a child. David is 20 years old. And so there's a question of whether there was an inappropriate relationship going on at the time. Matt Timpanik, let me talk to you. You do criminal defense work as well, having been a prosecutor. Tell me, is there a concern with the speculation about whether there was anything romantic going on with the two of them as perhaps being prejudicial? If down the line, let's say there are charges filed here, we can't unring the bell if there's a lot of bad stuff going on. Tell me your thoughts on this and how also you may advise him. We know he's cooperating right now. Your thoughts, please, Matt.
One of the things that's to consider is whether or not, I believe it's California, has Romeo and Juliet laws. I think she was, 15, and he was 20 at the time. But when did their relationship start? Did it start when he was younger in age? But for me, the biggest thing I'm doing with him is, I need to know. Is there anything I should know? Because I'm not going to tell you to be cooperative if they're going to find something. You're going to tell them something that they wouldn't otherwise get. In this type of situation, when you're looking at the unfair speculation, we try cases in courtrooms. It's based on evidence and facts presented. Unfortunately, sleuthing criminal attorneys are kind of skipping all the steps, which is the evidence phase. Yes, her being found in his car is not a good look. It's possible that eventually down the line, he's going to be the prime suspect in this case. But you cannot skip to that part based on just speculation and they have the same tattoos. You need to put together a timeline. You need to find evidence. Because remember, this would be a criminal case. It needs to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. So if you're the prosecution, you need to button this up big time, because this individual is going to have access to highly priced attorneys who are going to rip everything apart. So you need to not try this case on social media and allow other people to basically convince you to file charges, but you got to do it based on the evidence. And if you're a defense attorney, you need to make sure if you have something, don't say anything whatsoever. If they can get something on you, don't say anything. You can be cooperative, but don't be too cooperative, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. I love your analysis, Matt. Thank you. So we know for this guy, David Burke, which is his real name, this was a rapid rise to fame. So he had a #4 hit on the Hot Rock and Alternative charts in 2022. That was the song Holland mentioned, Romantic Homicide. It was released 2 years before this young lady, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, went missing. So this guy's got 4 million followers just on TikTok. And here he is talking with the Associated Press about that social media following.
I wasn't shaped by my environment whatsoever. It was mostly just, I was such an internet kid. The internet is really what I claim as my home. If you ask me where I'm from, I say the internet, because I was just online every day, doing my schoolwork, making songs, making a video, being a YouTuber, content creator, posting TikToks, posting on Instagram. That's really my neighborhood was Instagram, and the society was the internet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very appreciative and grateful for the art that comes out of Houston and the art that comes out of New York, but it hasn't shaped my artistry at all.
So if David Burke does become defendant, David, how might his fame factor into the trial? Holland Reed, I want to go back to you on this, please.
I mean, it's gonna factor a great deal, Julie. We know that these high-profile celebrity cases, everyone, like you said, the media is running rampant with this. There's so many questions, and that's why there's so much intrigue about it. He is such a young and rising star, which makes this even more, I think, bizarre. He was someone that was known to be, like he said, from the internet. He is that generation. But what makes it really interesting about what he said is that, you know, nothing changed for him. Nothing changed for him. Well, this is going to be something that changes everything. He is now going to be, like you said, suspect number one in this case. And because he is so famous, people are going to follow it nonstop until they get their answers, which puts him in another category where you're not from the internet. You are from the world of public judgment and a trial by publicity. I'm sorry, trial by media.
Yeah, isn't that so true, Holland? And we know that other people were said to have used that car. It wasn't just being used by him, other folks as well. So want to point that out. Matt Timpanik, would you take us home on this point about the fame factoring in? Oh, I'm being told we don't have Matt's signal, and that is okay because we're out of time anyways. Mario's sticking around. He's able to come with us for some more segments. Holland Reed, we got to let you go. Actress, dancer, photographer, superstar. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We'll see you soon.